Welcome. From the last video we are learning about the proteomics, and today's video it is regarding the proteomics versus the transcriptomics, and it is going to explain that how the protein expression analysis, that is the proteomics, it is more challenging than the mRNA profiling, that is the transcriptomics. In the previous videos we have learned about the transcriptomics, the methods to analyze the transcriptome, and that method it is using the DNA array, and that DNA array it is using the two processes. First one it is a probe synthesis, and the second one it is a hybridization of the targets with the probe. So the probe synthesis it is done. Okay, when there is a synthesis of the probe it is the DNA, and that DNA it is taken from the molecular cloning. Second one, it is a PCR product, or it is directly synthesis of the oligonucleotide over the genes. Okay, so here when there is a synthesis of the probes, when you look at the probes they are taken from the molecular cloning, amplification of the DNA, or by directly synthesis of the oligonucleotide over the genes. Okay, so in this way the gene chips they are made. And when you come across these targets, the targets they are nothing but they are the RNA, and that RNA they are extracted from the cell, and then that RNA with the help of the RT-PCR, cDNA they are made, and that cDNA, okay, that cDNA it is going to be used as the target, or from the cDNA the cRNA it is made, and that cRNA it is going to be used as an target. Okay, so here the targets which are synthesized, then the targets they are allowed to hybridize with the probe. Okay, so here it is your solid support. On that solid support here there are the probes which are of the DNA, and then these targets the cDNA, now it is going to hybridize it. It is going to hybridize, and here the bond which is going to be formed, that bond it is the, which is that bond in between the two DNA, which bond it is going to form, which is the bond present. Okay, it is hydrogen bond. Okay, so here there will be the hybridization. Okay, there will be the hybridization of the targets with the probe, and here you should look at, okay, here you have to understand, you have to focus on what the bond, it is only one bond, and that bond it is a hydrogen bond. So on the gene chip there are thousands of the probes, and that thousands of the probes they are going to be detected by the targets. Okay, and that thousands of the target at a time they are going to hybridize, and to happen this, the reaction conditions it is going to be the same one. Okay, the kinetics it is going to be same one, as the bond which is going to be formed between the target and the probe, it is a hydrogen bond, because nature of the probe it is a DNA, nature of the target it is a cDNA. Okay, so here the interaction is between the DNA and DNA, and in the DNA the only bond which is preferably formed, that it is a hydrogen bond. So here it is easy, okay, here it is easy to maintain the reaction conditions. And here when we talk about these targets, okay, this RNA which is present into the cell, though it has a low concentration, okay, it is a non-detectable concentration. That concentration it can be increased by the amplification. Okay, how? By the RT-PCR. So the RNA it is going to be amplified with the help of the RT-PCR, and that concentration of the RNA now it is going to be increased. Okay, thus here though there are lower levels Okay, though the genes they are going to be expressed at a very low level, that expression it can also be analyzed. How? By having the amplification of that RNA, and that RNA it is going to be made a detectable one. Okay, so it is regarding what? It is regarding the transcriptomics. So the transcriptomics it is little bit more easier by it is allowing the targets to get amplified. Okay, and the second one it is the kinetic, it is not going to be changed from DNA to DNA, it is going to remain constant, so it is easy to maintain the reaction conditions. Now going towards the proteomics. Now when you look at the proteomics, protein analysis, okay, protein profiling, protein analysis. Okay, so the proteins they cannot be, okay, the proteins cannot be amplified. Okay, so the proteins which are in a very low concentration, that protein it may not get detected because that proteins they are not amplified. Second one, when you look at the protein-protein interaction, okay, when there is a protein-protein interaction, there are number of interactions which are going to be in a protein and protein. Okay, how? When you look at the protein-protein interaction, there are the hydrogen bonds, hydrophobic interactions, van der Waals interactions, and there are the electrostatic interaction. And that interactions, okay, that interaction between the protein and protein, it is going to be changed for protein and protein. They are not going to be same. The two proteins, they are not always the two proteins, or the protein, that is the number of proteins, they are not going to show the same type of the interaction. Some they are going to show that there are the hydrogen bonds, van der Waals bonds. Some they are going to show that there are the electrostatic interaction more. Okay, so in this way, there are number of interactions which are going to play the role between the protein and protein. And now here, when you have to go for the protein analysis, at that time, if you want to make the arrays of that proteins, okay, when you have to go for the protein arrays, at that time on this chip, okay, on this chip you cannot detect all the protein at one time. Why? Because the reaction conditions for each and every interaction it is going to be changed. For protein and protein, the reaction condition it is going to change, the kinetic it is going to change. So you cannot detect all the proteins, that is thousands of the protein at one time. Okay, this it is going to make the protein analysis more challenging than the transcriptomics or the mRNA profiling. Here the proteins they cannot be amplified. Second, the kinetics it is difficult to maintain, okay, difficult to maintain for the analysis, and this it is due to what? The protein-protein interaction it is going to be varied one. So in this way there is a difference, or in this way the proteomics it is more challenging than the transcriptomics. I think you have cleared the idea. If you have any doubt, if you have any comment, if you like my video, please write down into the comment box, and also subscribe my channel and share my videos with your friends, so the knowledge it is going to spread. Thank you.